If you were to ask me what I think about horror games, I would say depends on what game you're asking about. If it was something like Bendy Machine, I would say that I would love it. But if it's something like FNAF 4, then I would say I would hate it. There's just so many horror games that I hadn't played before. So I made it my mission to play 9 indie horror games before the month ends. You wanna know why I have barely uploaded for Spooktober this year? This project is why. So keep in mind, I'm playing all these games for the first time. And if you don't believe that I actually played these games, well, I'll put up a clip of me playing the game for each game. So the games I chose to play were FNAF Security Breach, the Ruined DLC for Security Breach, Choo-Choo Charles, every Garten Of Banban game, yes, all of them, Bendy and the Dark Revival, and the game that I chose to play first, to be honest, I don't know why I put Sonic.exe in this list. Maybe because I couldn't think of any other horror games to play. But hey, it's the goofy creepy hedgehog that goes beep boop and Saturday morning cramping. This couldn't possibly be a bad game. It is. Sonic.exe is a game that was based on one of the worst creepypastas ever. It released back in August 2012 and was one of the games that broke YouTube. It got a bunch of fan games, then it got an FNAF mod, and that made it popular getting even more fan games, and then when the FNAF mod got cancelled, we got a million revival mods. But I didn't play any of that. I played the original. Time for the worst boss fight ever. Going back and forth. Yay. My favorite way to play Sonic video game.
You will die at my hands.
Sure. It's not even scary. Not even scary.
So many souls to play with. So, time. Would you agree?
Yes. Because this game is freaking short. I did go for the secret ending because why not? Plus, this game came out 8 years ago, so I wanted to see if it aged well. It didn't. And aside from this game doxing you, there's really nothing else to say about this game. It feels like a bad creepypasta game, and god dang does it feel like a bad creepypasta game. I also tried to record footage for the whole game, but my mic sounded like it was a McDonald's fruit jive mic. I was using OBS for the first time, and so I might not know how to fix it. Please someone in the comments tell me how to make it sound better. And of course, I'll be ranking each game on based on how much I enjoyed it and how much scary it is. Sonic.exe gets 2 out of 10. But now, I have to play the most buggiest game ever. If you know me and my channel, you'll know that I love FNAF. But this isn't even trying to be FNAF. Five Nights at Frickin' Freddy's Security Breach. Released in December 2021, this game is infamous for being one of the most buggiest games ever. Yes, even more buggy than Sonic.exe. It doesn't matter how many patches it gets, or if it gets a Google Stadia exclusive patch for live streaming right before the Stadia dies, it is always buggy. So, you think this game is not as buggy as it used to be since it got patched? Well, I'm about to prove you wrong. See, this is just normal security breach. You know, you gotta hop on the pipe star out of bounds. And then you hop really closely so you don't fall out of bounds. And then you fall out of bounds. And now you're stuck. But it's okay. And now you're back here, which you're now soft-logged. But it's okay, because it got patched. You know how the FNAF games are always scary? Well, Security Breach is all like, hey, look at me with my shiny stuff and cool-looking animatronics. It is not scary. The only scary part about it is trying to install it, because this game is 80 gigabytes. Really, Steel Wool? 80 gigabytes? Plus, this game is the same price as a AAA game. The other FNAF games are around $8 or free. Why is this game so much money? Aside from that, the game is quite fun. All new characters, optional upgrades, tons of new areas to explore, multiple endings to get, and you get to kill animatronics. What's not to love? Well, I have a few complaints about the game. First off, Vanny. For being the main villain of this game, Vanny rarely ever shows up. She has a total of one voice line in the entire game, and you can definitely beat the game without even seeing her once. Heck, she has more screen time and help wanted than in this game. Second thing is how bad the AI is. I'm sure you can see from some videos on how terrible the AI is, but seriously, it really sucks. Third thing is that the reticle is automatically off. Why is that automatically off from the start? Why does that have to be turned on manually? Why can't it be turned on automatically? Last thing is, it's just not scary. I was gonna put it at 7 out of 10, but after listening to the soundtrack for a bit, I'll bump it up to an 8 out of 10. So yeah, Security Breach isn't that great, but maybe, just maybe, the DLC will fix that. This is the most recent thing on this list, coming out in July 2023, almost 2 years after Security Breach. And I think it's worth mentioning that at normal settings, Security Breach works perfectly fine, but Ruin just tanked with the frame rate. So, the question is, did Ruin fix Security Breach? No. This may be a hot take, but I think I like Ruin less than I like Security Breach. We didn't get anything from it besides one poster for it when it got announced. The release date was announced after Security Breach finally came to the Switch, after Help Wanted 2 was announced, and before we got any sorts of trailers on the FNAF movie. God, why are we getting so much FNAF stuff? The main thing that made Security Breach fun was going anywhere you wanted. But for Ruin, it's just like go from point A to point B while doing puzzles with the mask mechanic. And speaking of the mask mechanic, the mask breaks the whole game. Basically, how the game works with the mask is that there's two maps. One is the AR version, and below it is the normal one. And how this works is that when you take the mask off, then you'll appear in the normal world, and when you put the mask on, you'll be teleported up to the AR world. And sometimes the game pops you out in the wrong world or out of bounds or something. I definitely recommend watching actual Spiff's video on how the mask mechanic works to better explain this. So yeah, this game is chapter-based. So basically, the trigger for Chapter 2 loads after you complete Chapter 1 and stuff like that. And it doesn't let you explore as much as Security Breach. Like I said, it goes from point A to point B. The one thing that I do like about Ruin is the design of the animatronics.
Son!
Oh, Son! Son is back!
You want me to reboot you? With this?
No crap, Cassie. Oh, he's so much cooler now! Oh, but that means I have to do Daycare again. It seems that Daycare in China is malfunctioning. The bright lights seem to be distorted. No crap, Helpy. Turn on the generators, and you may be on a chance to reboot the system. Once the generators are on, use the fast transporter and back in the space. The crap! And time to talk about the main villain. Mimic is at least something better than William Afton, but he doesn't do a good job as the main villain. Near the end of the game, he doesn't sound anything like Gregory, and when you finally see him, he looks nothing like Gregory. So what was he thinking when freaking you come down to save him, and Gregory's not there, and it's just him? There's really nothing else I can talk about Ruin. 6 out of 10 DLC. But now, time to talk about something that's not FNAF related. Oh my god, is this game amazing! I don't know if it's because I just played through the entirety of Security Breach and Ruin, or this game looks absolutely amazing for an indie horror game, but this game is just amazing. Released in December 2022, this game is basically what if James from Charles gets bit by a radioactive spider, but instead of turning into a trained version of Spider-Man, he becomes
half trained, half biggest spider from hell.
No joke, that line is in the beginning of the game. How Charles works is a little weird. He mostly just shows up at random, or if you use the train whistle too much. 2-Star didn't have to put the train whistle in, but they did. But with a good game, cause of a few costs. During the final battle, I kept getting clipped out of the train, which resulted in death. I don't know how this happens, but it just happens at random. I've never seen people get this glitch before, but luckily, I won the final battle without getting it. Egg. He looks like Walter White. He looks like Walter White.
You fool! You stupid fool!
Hi, Charles. And just get sit on it. Go. Oh, bye, Walter White. Trade. When I say Charles, I say I choo-choo violence. Is that it? Is that it? Please tell me that's it. Yeah! Baby Charles! Ooh. I don't think I can. I don't think I can show that. That's how the game ends. Yes, that was a 9-minute fight. Another thing is how the game runs. For some reason, when I booted up the game for the first time, the game was running at 2 FPS. I'm not joking. And even at the lowest settings, it ran at 17 FPS. For some reason, the game ran better when I looked at the ground. Third thing is how YouTube hates this game. For some reason, YouTube will demonetize any video that has this game in it, mainly because of a few things. First of all, Eugene's death. Second of all, the blood that appears when you get shot. Third thing is the blood from Charles when you get up close. And fourth thing is Charles' death. And last thing is, the NPC's mouths don't move when they talk. It's just a little thing, I don't mind it. But seriously, this game was made by one person. How can a game made by one person be better than the entirety of Steel Wool making Security Breach? Okay, I'll stop ranting about Steel Wool now. 10 out of 10 game. But, let's move on to the second worst game on this list. Or should I say, games. Oh my god, I can't believe I have to play this. Garten of Banban. I bet you all have been waiting for me to rant about this game. This game series was made by the Euphoric brothers, the same people who made Game of the Year Egghead Gumpty. Yes, this is a real game. The first game released in January 2023, and all the YouTubers call it the new Poppy Playtime. But people who started to give it a lot of hate, calling it a flat-out Poppy Playtime ripoff. Plus, the game is quite short. You can probably beat it in like 5 minutes. The second game then released in March 2023. Yeah, 2 months after the first game. And no, I don't mean chapters. I mean that these are literal separate games. But Banban 2 was quite honestly the better game, having way more stuff, new characters, and actual voice acting. The third game then released in May 2023. Again, 2 months after the last one. And the third game was fine. Not much going for it. Plus, there was a Skyrim reference. And then there's the fourth game, released in July 2023. Again, 2 months after the last one. The fourth one is fine. I bet the longest out of all the 4. But for some reason, they have freaking Choo-Choo Charles in it. I don't know why. And for some reason, they have a cameo from Think Noodles in it. The weird thing is that the first game is free on Steam, yet all the other games cost money. And Banban 4 is double the price of all the other ones. No wonder the first 2 games have mixed reviews on Steam. And they're not done yet. They're planning on Banban 6. No, not 5. They have showed nothing on 5 and 2 trailers so far on 6. And of course, I'll be rating each game. Banban 1 is 3 out of 10. Banban 2 is 8 out of 10. Banban 3 is 5 out of 10. And Banban 4 is 8 out of 10. I'll be honest, Banban was pretty bad with the first game, but the more and more games that keep going, the better they get. To the point where I could say I kinda like Garten of Banban. Alright, let's get Banban out of the way and go on to our final game. Oh my god, this game is Pete! So yeah, Bendy. Remember him? I bet some of you forgot that Bendy and the Dark Revival was coming out. Mainly because the Meatly didn't talk about it much. But on Halloween last year, the official Joey Drew Studios YouTube channel announced something big was coming the next day. And the next day arrived, and it was a trailer for Bendy and the Dark Revival with an official release date. And to be honest, this is everything I wanted for a Bendy sequel. Amazing story, good characters, great mechanics, and the gameplay, don't get me wrong, I like everything about the game. But the fans think that the gameplay is a bit too much like BioShock, but that is the only complaint about the game. This game stands as the best reviewed game on this entire list. And it's just great to see old characters from the original back. Like the Meatly is back voicing Henry, and we actually get to see Henry's face this time. And for some reason, several YouTubers are in it, like Jacksepticeye, DA Games, Super Horror Bro, and a lot of those other people. And Baby Bendy is absolutely precious. Is that who I think it is? Is that Baby Bendy? Is that the Baby Bendy I've been hearing so much about? Please tell me it's the Baby Bendy I've been hearing so much. It's such a dirty boy! It's such a dirty boy! It looks so cute! I can't hit him! Why did I want to hit him?
Bendy?
He's such a dirty boy!
Real?
He wants to straight, he just wants to straight. He's just a dirty boy!
I won't hurt you.
He's just a tiny boy. He's so cute.
See?
He's
I'm
just
your
so
friend.
cute.
I won't hurt you.
No!
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't
I didn't
cry.
mean to I promise.
No, tiny boy.
I'm so sorry.
I just love Tiny Bendy. Also, what's up with Wilson having an OC in this game? Like, I'm not trying to make a joke or anything. He literally has an OC in this game. Literally 10 out of 10 game. There's nothing else to talk about. It's just amazing. And that is all 9 horror games I play for this month. God, the things I do for this channel. And I don't even get rewarded for it. Seriously. This past month, I have been literally struggling with YouTube. Most of the month has been trying to do this video, and I got rejected for monetization, which lead me to delete all of my old videos. A lot of them being my most popular videos, causing me to lose all my public watch hours. So yeah. You could say I'm a little bit struggling with this channel. I was gonna have a secret 10th video. I was gonna have a secret 10th game for this video, but I couldn't get Dark Deception or Poppy Playtime working in time for this video. And the only other horror game I could get working by time is My Friendly Neighborhood. And I'm planning on making a separate video for that. Seriously, this video took a long time to make. There was gonna be a joke in this where Charles literally reviewed his own game, but I decided to cut that. And this is the first video that I actually wrote a script for. I'm not joking, I'm reading off of the script right now. So let's go over the rankings. Last is Sonic.exe with 2 out of 10, then Garten Of Banban 1 with 3 out of 10, then Banban 3 with 5 out of 10, then Ruin at 6 out of 10, then Security Breach, Banban 2, and Banban 4 at 8 out of 10, and finally, at the tippy top, is Choo-Choo Charles and Bendy in the Dark Revival at 10 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching this video, and happy Spooktober. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta start working on Bendy and Ink Machine Plus Remastered Chapter 3.